After all these years, to be going back to where it all started. Back to the Matrix.
Pooh.
I remember going out to watch The Matrix Resurrections on its opening day and being unbelievably underwhelmed. Not because it replaced Lawrence Fishburne and Hugo Weaving for no good reason, or because it got way too meta with its sequel within a sequel, or because it just rehashes the most iconic moments from the previous films instead of coming up with its own. Don't get me wrong, I hated all that stuff, but the reason I walked out of the cinema feeling so aggressively let down is because the action fell far short of the standards set by the original trilogy. Lily Wachowski must be the one with the John Woo level action filmmaking chops, because Lana on her own clearly doesn't have the sauce. The action in Matrix Resurrections feels weightless and uninspired and choppily edited and frankly kind of boring. Even Reloaded and Revolutions, for all their astonishing flaws, could be counted on for some awesome action sequences. From the Chateau fight to Neo's rain-soaked final showdown with Agent Smith. None of them quite lived up to the action scenes in the first film.
Dodge this.
The bullet time sequence, the crawling through the walls sequence, the lobby shootout sequence, the helicopter sequence, and the whole final battle with the agents sequence are all in the Hall of Fame of action sequences. So there was no way they could top the first film. Some of them came close, but they were all held back by the same fundamental flaw. Matrix Reloaded and Matrix Revolutions, both shot back to back, fell victim to the janky, primitive CGI that stands out when you rewatch a lot of early 2000s blockbusters today. Just look at the Droid Factory in Attack of the Clones, or Pierce Brosnan surfing on a tidal wave in Die Another Day.
If everybody had an ocean across the USA, then everybody'd be served like California.
It was a victim of the times. Jurassic Park and Terminator 2 had just opened Pandora's box, and filmmakers like George Lucas were so preoccupied with what they could do with CGI, they didn't stop to think if they should. A handful of CG-enhanced frames in Jurassic Park and T2 ballooned into thousands and thousands of VFX shots per movie, including entirely digital shots where there isn't a single real location or human being in the entire frame. Lucas didn't have a single clone trooper costume made for Attack of the Clones. Every clone trooper in the movie is made out of pixels. The Matrix sequels had some issues with this, and it sticks out like a sore thumb in the notorious Agent Smith playground fight scene.
The fuck?
On the tail end of a tedious exposition scene with the Oracle, Neo is confronted by Agent Smith, who tells him he's become a rogue program with the ability to take over the bodies of other people in the Matrix, including the new and improved agents, and demonstrates his ability to do so by assimilating an army of Smith clones to fight Neo.
I knew the rules, I understood what I was supposed to do, but I didn't.
Neo ends up fleeing the scene, which he apparently could have done the whole time, so this action sequence serves no real purpose to the plot, has no real stakes, and only exists to reintroduce Smith as the big bad. But it still has the makings of an incredible action set piece. Escalating conflict, inventive shots, an energetic score, the best stunt people in the business kicking the shit out of each other. The copy and pasting of Hugo Weaving's face isn't 100% convincing, but it's not distractingly bad. What is distractingly bad is the occasional entirely CG one-up.
I gave you the ability to spin gold, and instead you spun pubic hair with shit in it and gravel and corn.
Every now and then, the incredible work of the stunt team and the camera crew gets interrupted by an entirely digital shot. We'll be watching Keanu Reeves himself, or at least his stunt double, fending off stunt performers, throwing them around the playground with the weight and intensity of live stunt work. And then suddenly they'll all be replaced with creepy digital lookalikes swooping around a pixely computer-generated environment. In one cut, it goes from a thrilling action blockbuster to a cheesy PS2 cutscene. It has the same effect as the slide whistle in The Man with the Golden Gun. It takes something badass and instantly turns it ridiculous. It looks awful. The action is totally weightless, the faces are straight out of the uncanny valley and look nothing like who they're supposed to, and it keeps going into slow motion to make it really, really noticeable. It makes a mockery of the innovation of bullet time by doing entirely digital shots with these gimmicky spins whizzing around the subject like Superman trying to turn back time. The freeway chase has the same problem. At the very end, just when it's about to solidify its place in car chase history, CG Neo swoops in to grab CG Morpheus and CG Keymaker from a CG exploding lorry. It looks ugly, it takes you out of the movie, and it's aged like milk.
What?
The Wachowskis had a whole freeway built for this sequence, but the awesome time-tested practical effects are let down by the lame, primitive visual effects. There's a lot wrong with Matrix Reloaded and Matrix Revolutions. They weren't bad enough to kill the franchise like Resurrections, but they're way over-plotted and it's mostly nonsense. They rely on a few too many the characters as human MacGuffins. The Keymaker, the Architect, the Merovingian. There's so much exposition to get through. The fucking Architect is the worst offender.
I am the architect.
He says so much without saying anything. He babbles on and on about nothing, and his pretentious dialogue is so grating.
You have many questions, and though the process has altered your consciousness, you remain irrevocably human. Ergo, some of my answers you will understand, and some of them you will not.
It's like he carries around a fucking thesaurus and uses an obscure synonym of every word. It's really annoying, and it sounds completely unnatural.
Concordantly, while your first question may be the most pertinent, you may or may not realize it is also the most irrelevant.
Shut the fuck up, okay? Shut the fuck up!
The Christ analogy is way more on the nose in the sequels. It's basically the last temptation of Neo as he's torn between the prayers of his devout followers and his own inner turmoil. And as if all that wasn't bad enough, The Matrix Revolutions wraps up the whole saga with a literal deus ex machina.
And if you fail,
I won't.
Cleaning up the PS2 cutscene level CGI wouldn't magically make those first two sequels masterpieces that live up to the original film, but I do think that shitty early days CGI drags down what could have been some of the greatest all-time action sequences.
Thanks for watching, guys. I hope you liked the video. Remember to like and subscribe and click on the little bell. And also seize the day and call your mom and be kind to yourself.